Never buy these types of homes. That's right, thinking about buying a home in Hamilton? Well, before you go and sign on that dotted line, there are certain types of homes that you'll want to avoid, unless you're ready for major headaches and unexpected expenses. In this video, I'll break down the types of homes you should never buy in Hamilton and why avoiding them could save you thousands. My name is Morgan Little. I'm a realtor in Hamilton who helps people relocate here, especially from Toronto, just like I did. If there's ever anything I can do to help in your journey, feel free to book a call using the Calendly link in the description below, or simply shoot me a text. I'm happy to have a chat. Till then, let's get into it. Number one on my list is homes well over 100 years old, unless you know what you're getting into. I get it. Historic homes in Hamilton can be beautiful. Areas like Durand, Kirkendall, and Stinson have some of the most charming older homes in the city. The craftsmanship is stunning. The details are unmatched. But buyer beware. Unless, like I said, you know what you're getting into and your plan is to update the home through and through. I have friends who recently bought in Crown Point and they renovated the entire home, but they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were getting into. And even then, their cost skyrocketed past what they thought it was going to be. Because you can run into issues like outdated plumbing, where many still have lead pipes and galvanized steel, which means expensive replacements. Another one is knob and tube wiring. If this hasn't been updated, insurance companies may refuse to cover you or charge you sky-high rates until you get it repaired. You may find asbestos, which is found in insulation and flooring and even ceiling tiles. Removing it is costly and requires professionals, though if left undisturbed, it's generally safe. And one of the biggest things is foundations and drainage issues. Many older homes have cracked foundations or poor drainage, leading to costly repairs and water damage, especially if you're trying to finish your basement or add another unit or something along those lines. If you do love these older homes, just make sure you get a proper inspection done and budget properly for renovations. Second on my list is homes in high-risk flood zones. Hamilton, like many cities, has some low-lying areas that are prone to flooding, especially after heavy rainfalls or a heavy snowfall. With the unpredictable seasons we've been having lately, this isn't something you want to overlook. Areas like North End Hamilton near Bayfront Park, Red Hill Valley near Kings Forest, or parts of Stony Creek and East Hamilton near the lake. If your home is in a flood-prone area, you may expect higher premiums from your insurance company, or worse, they may not insure you at all, and you'll want to look out for basement issues such as structural like we talked about, or mold growth, which is something you don't want to deal with. Third on my list is homes with underground oil tanks. This might not seem like a big deal, but if a home has an underground oil tank or did previously, this could cause some issues. Why, you ask? Well, oil tanks tend over time to leak out into the soil, and the cleanup for this can cost tens of thousands of dollars and may be required by insurance companies or your mortgage lender. Some older homes in Ancaster, Dundas, or parts of East Hamilton may have decommissioned underground oil tanks. Even if the seller says it's been taken care of, you're going to want to request documentation to be sure. Number four, and I see a ton of these, are cheaply flipped homes. Don't be fooled. Many house flippers, especially in this market, may have decided to cut corners to save costs, and that's a problem for you as a buyer. Some red flags to watch out for are uneven flooring and sloppy paint jobs. If they skimped on the little things, imagine what you can't see, because they may have just focused on cosmetics while ignoring some of the underlying issues that really need to be addressed. Another easy tell, and this can be found out by your realtor quite easily, is if the owner has only owned the property for a short time and you look at the previous listing and you can tell that it needed a ton of work, and now all of a sudden it's on the market in a short time looking brand new, but with some of those underlying issues that we just mentioned. This is a surefire way to see that it was just a quick flip and all the care that should have gone into it may not have. Again, work with a good realtor and get a proper inspection done and you should be okay. I work with a lot of investors myself and I own quite a few properties, so it's easy for me to tell if a property has been listed as just a quick flip. Number five on my list is overly custom homes. Imagine walking into a home with a 500-gallon built-in fish tank, a medieval-style theater room, or a gold-plated kitchen. Sounds cool, right? But maybe not when it's time to resell. These over-the-top custom features might have been fun for the seller at the time, but not every buyer is going to have the same taste as you. And remember, when you have some of these higher-end finishings or items, those things cost more to maintain as well. Just something to keep in mind. When you're buying a home, think long-term and ask yourself these questions. Will this appeal to buyers when I try to sell? Is this something I'm willing to pay to remove or renovate? Unless it's your forever home, try to avoid these overly personalized properties. Hamilton has a ton of great homes and a ton of great neighborhoods, but not all are great investments. Avoid these common pitfalls by having a good realtor and a good home inspector on your side. And just be sure to always do your due diligence, especially in today's market when you don't have to be pressured into making any purchases. Again, if I can ever do anything to help, feel free to book a call using the Calendly link below or simply shoot me a text. I'm happy to have that chat. Until then, I will see you on the next one.